In the world of reality television and culinary shows, one name that stands out from the rest is Buddy Valastro, the celebrity pastry chef and star of the show, Cake Boss. For years, viewers were smitten by the artistic wonders he and his team created at Carlo's Bakery, in Hoboken, New Jersey. With its intricate cakes and larger-than-life personalities, Cake Boss became a renowned staple in the world of baking shows. But, as the saying goes, nothing lasts forever, and certainly not Cake Boss. What could have possibly happened? Why did this beloved show decline? Join us as we explore the rise and fall of Cake Boss. From Hoboken to the world. Buddy Valastro, also known as the Cake Boss, is a renowned and well-loved American baker and television personality. His journey from a small bakery in Hoboken to becoming a household name in the baking industry is a tale of passion, hard work, and family values. Bartolo Buddy Valastro Jr. was born on March 3, 1977, in Hoboken, New Jersey. He was the fourth of 5 children in the Valastro family. Buddy's father, Bartolo Sr., was the founder of Carlo's Bakery, a small but well-respected Italian bakery known for its delicious pastries and cakes. Buddy's early introduction to the world of bakery and his father's commitment and determination to serve quality pastries left a lasting impression on him. Whilst growing up, Buddy spent hours at the bakery, learning and observing from his father and other family members who worked beside him. He developed a deep love for baking, and it became quite obvious that he had a knack for crafting beautiful and delicious cakes. Now, despite his passion for baking, life is not a bed of roses. His life took a tragic turn at the age of 17. In 1994, his father, Bartolo Sr., passed away due to lung cancer. The loss of his father was a devastating blow, both on a personal and professional level. Buddy was suddenly thrust into the spotlight and had to assume responsibility. The role of running the family bakery was suddenly on him despite his young age and relative lack of experience. This period was marked by large challenges, and it was a steep learning curve. Buddy's mother, Mary Valastro, played a pivotal role in supporting him during this critical period. She became a source of strength and wisdom, helping him navigate the complexities and challenges that come with the bakery business while keeping the family together. Under Buddy's leadership, Carlo's Bakery began to evolve and expand. He did not shy away from the responsibility of carrying forward his family legacy, whilst also adding his creative touch to the business. Buddy introduced new recipes and cake designs that meant that Carlo's Bakery was a destination for cake enthusiasts. One of Buddy's earliest innovations was the introduction of a wider variety of cakes, from traditional Italian pastries to elaborate wedding and specialty cakes. His attention to detail and artistic flares soon became evident in the bakery's creation. Word quickly spread about the amazing cakes and pastries that were emerging from Carlo's Bakery, attracting customers from far and near. Despite serving up quality pastries, Carlo's Bakery remained just a bakery in Hoboken. How then did it manage to become one of the most iconic bakeries in the United States? What were the challenges it faced? Cake Boss takes television by storm. The turning point in Buddy Valastro's career as a baker came when he was discovered by a television producer. In 2009, TLC launched Cake Boss, a television series that documented the day-to-day activities at Carlo's Bakery and showcased Buddy's incredible skills at making and decorating cakes, as well as the challenges that come with running a family-owned business. Cake Boss was an instant hit and became a cultural phenomenon. Viewers were captivated by Buddy's charisma, his immense dedication to his craft, and the loving dynamic within the Valastro family. The show not only propelled Buddy and the Carlo's Bakery to the limelight, but also sparked nationwide interest in cake decoration and the artistry behind it. Buddy's reputation as a cake artist grew. His unique approach to cake decorating involved innovative techniques and incredible attention to detail. He was known for creating cakes that were not only delicious but also visually stunning. Some of his most iconic creations include life-sized cake sculptures and intricate wedding cakes that seemed like works of art. Buddy's artistic creations extended beyond traditional cake designs. He embraced the challenge of creating customized cakes for various events and occasions, from extravagant weddings to elaborate birthday parties. His ability to turn any idea into a cake masterpiece earned him a dedicated fanbase in the bakery business and also countless accolades. Buddy Valastro remained rooted in his strong family values throughout his rise to fame. Carlo's Bakery continued to be a family-run business, with Buddy's sisters, Lisa and Grace, and his brother-in-law playing a key role in its operations. This strong commitment to family was not just for the sake of tradition, but it was a fundamental part of the bakery's identity. Buddy often emphasized the importance of family in his work, and his interaction with his wife Lisa Valastro and their 4 children was a heartwarming aspect of Cake Boss. His dedication to his family and the balance he struck between work and personal life served as an inspiration to many aspiring entrepreneurs. Cake Boss has been on air for over 10 years, and during that time there have been some memorable moments. In one of the most memorable moments, a massive chandelier cake collapsed during the photo shoot. The cake was so heavy that it couldn't carry its weight and came crashing down. Buddy and his team once created a life-size replica of a toilet for a customer. The cake was complete with edible toilet water and flushing noises. For Halloween, Buddy and his team created a zombie cake that was so realistic it was scary. The cake had rotten skin, exposed organs, and even blood dripping from its eye. The fun did not stop there for this crew of talented bakers. The crew once made a cake for a cat and dog couple. The cake was complete with a tiny bride and groom, as well as a wedding party of other animals. In a special episode of Cake Boss, Buddy competed against his rival Duff Goldman in a cake-making competition. The 2 bakers created elaborate cakes that were judged by a panel of celebrity chefs. In addition to these specific things, many other things made Cake Boss such a memorable show, but Buddy Valastro's personality is one of the reasons why the show is so popular. He was energetic, passionate, and always up for a challenge. The show also featured a cast of colorful characters including Buddy's family and friends. One positive aspect of the show was the emotional aspect of the show. When Buddy's mother passed in 2017, the show dedicated an episode to honor her memory. Buddy and his family spoke about how much their mother meant to them, and how she inspired them all to pursue their dreams. There were many other times when Buddy and his team showed their compassion and empathy for Cake Boss. For example, they created cakes for people with disabilities, people with lost loved ones, and people going through difficult times. They also donated cakes to charity organizations that support important causes. Buddy and his team are incredibly talented bakers, and they create cakes that are not only visually stunning but also delicious. Cake Boss has something for everyone, and that was one of the reasons it became successful. With increasing popularity, the show soon expanded to include spin-offs, specials, and international versions, including Kitchen Boss, Cake Boss, Next Great Baker, and Buddy's Bakery Rescue to spread Valastro's family charm worldwide. Carlo's Bakery itself experienced a surge of business, with patrons flocking from all corners to taste the creations that they had admired on their screens. In addition to television, Buddy Valastro and Carlo's Bakery were also featured in various magazines and newspapers. Their cakes graced the covers of baking and lifestyle publications, and Buddy himself became a sought-after guest on talk shows. Now, the constant presence of Cake Boss saturated the market, and as a result, some viewers have begun to feel oversaturated. As the saying goes, familiarity breeds contempt. While Buddy's charisma and the bakery's delicious cake creations initially endeared themselves to viewers, overexposure caused some viewers to lose interest. The novelty of the show soon began to wear off, and its charms soon began to fade. This overexposure sure made it difficult for Cake Boss to maintain its initial level of viewership and enthusiasm. The show soon began to edge closer to its end. Negative publicity can have a significant impact on the reputation of a television cast, and the same thing happened with Cake Boss. In 2013, it was revealed that Buddy Valastro paid his workers below minimum wage. This was a clear violation of the Fair Labor Standards Act, which requires employers to pay their employees at least minimum wage. His employees claimed that they were being paid as little as $5 per hour when the minimum wage in New Jersey was $8.25 at the time. He also faced accusations of creating a hostile work environment. Employees claimed that Valastro was verbally abusive and that he created a climate of fear and intimidation in the workplace. They also alleged that Buddy engaged in bullying his employees for no reason. In response to these allegations, he denied paying his workers below minimum wage and that he had always paid his employees a fair wage. He also denied creating a hostile environment, and he claimed that the allegations against him were false. However, in 2014, Buddy settled with the Department of Labor and Workforce Development. The settlement required him to pay back wages to his employees and to implement new policies to ensure his employees are well paid and that they work in a respectful and safe environment. The allegations against him damaged his reputation and have led some viewers to boycott the show and overall the business. In 2014, Buddy faced a legal issue that resulted in negative publicity, and as a result, a shadow was cast on Cake Boss. His arrest for DUI, driving under the influence, garnered substantial media interest. The incident involved Buddy being pulled over by a police officer in Manhattan, New York, after driving erratically. He was subsequently arrested for drunk driving. The negative publicity surrounding this arrest tarnished the clean and wholesome image that the Valastro family had cultivated on Cake Boss. Furthermore, the show faced criticism for an incident regarding transgender celebrity Carmen Carrera. In an episode, Carmen was brought on the show as part of a prank involving a gender reveal cake. The incident was deemed transphobic by many viewers and advocacy groups. The use of someone's gender identity as a prank was considered offensive and insensitive, leading to backlash against the show and its host. This controversy caused some viewers to question their support for the show, and eventually, it led to a decline in its overall appeal. Later in 2015, an employee whose name was not disclosed due to privacy reasons alleged misconduct and inappropriate behavior in the workplace. The allegations brought forth by the former employee were disturbing and serious. She claimed that Buddy had engaged in a pattern of inappropriate behavior which included making mean comments and gestures that created a hostile work environment. This lawsuit generated considerable media attention, which only added to the negative publicity surrounding Buddy Valastro and the Cake Boss brand. It was a damaging blow to the show's and Buddy's reputation. The decline in ratings was also one of the critical factors in the cancellation of the television show. The ratings began to drop significantly in 2015, marking the beginning of the end for the long-running series. More so, the television viewership trends evolved and the competition in the reality TV genre intensified. New shows with fresh concepts and engaging personalities began to capture the attention of audiences. Cake Boss began to appear outdated and out of touch with contemporary preferences. All these factors combined to create a perfect storm that led to Cake Boss experiencing a steady decline in ratings throughout 2015 and 2016. As ratings continued to plummet, it became increasingly clear that the show was no longer the powerhouse it once was. Ultimately, this led to the cancellation of the show in 2017. Now, since the closure of the show, the cast members have gone on to pursue a variety of endeavors, showcasing their talents in the culinary and entertainment world. From expanding their bakery businesses to launching their television show, each member of the cast has found unique paths to continue their success. Buddy Valastro has remained active in the food industry. He's continued to operate his other bakeries in New Jersey and Las Vegas and has also expanded his business to include a line of food products and a restaurant. In 2018, Buddy launched Buddy V's Italian Restaurant in Las Vegas, a restaurant that serves classic Italian dishes as well as some of his signature creations such as his lobster tail pastry. Buddy has continued to work on television. He currently stars in the Discovery Plus series, Bake Squad, in which he and a team of other bakers help home bakers complete their dream cakes. He also hosts the Food Network's show, Buddy vs. Duff, in which he competes against fellow pastry chef, Duff Goldman. In addition to his work on television and in the restaurant industry, he has released several cookbooks and food products. Mauro Castano is Buddy Valastro's right-hand man and the talented pastry chef at Carlo's Bakery. Mauro Castano is Buddy Valastro's right-hand man and the talented pastry chef at Carlo's Bakery. Mauro became one of the most recognizable faces on Cake Boss thanks to his calm personality, exceptional baking skills, and unwavering loyalty to Buddy and the Valastro family. Throughout the show's run, Mauro helped create many of the bakery's most elaborate cake designs while mentoring younger bakers and ensuring that the bakery continued operating smoothly. His dedication made him a fan favorite, and after the series ended, he continued working at Carlo's Bakery while occasionally appearing in Buddy's television projects and public events. Another familiar face from Cake Boss is Danny Dragone, Buddy's cousin and one of the bakery's decorators. Danny was known for his playful personality and willingness to take on unusual cake challenges. His humorous interactions with the rest of the crew provided comic relief throughout the series, making him one of the show's most entertaining cast members. Although he remained connected to Carlo's Bakery for several years, Danny eventually focused more on his personal life while still maintaining close ties with the Valastro family. Grace Fogno, Buddy's sister, also played an important role in the success of Carlo's Bakery. Rather than decorating cakes, Grace handled much of the bakery's front-end operations and customer service. Her organizational skills helped keep the busy bakery running efficiently despite the constant stream of customers and television cameras. Grace continued working alongside her family after the show concluded, helping preserve the legacy their parents built decades earlier. Buddy's older sister, Mary Cyrone, became another familiar personality on the show. She often helped coordinate bakery operations and family events while bringing warmth and humor to many memorable episodes. Like the rest of the Valastro family, Mary's dedication to both the bakery and her family became one of the reasons viewers connected so deeply with Cake Boss. Lisa Valastro, Buddy's wife, also remained a central figure throughout the series. While she generally stayed away from the bakery's daily operations, Lisa frequently appeared on the show, offering emotional support to Buddy as they balanced family life with the demands of fame and business. Together, they raised their 4 children while navigating the pressures that came with television success. Despite the end of Cake Boss, Carlo's Bakery continues to attract thousands of visitors every year. Tourists from around the world still travel to Hoboken, New Jersey, hoping to experience the bakery that became famous through television. The bakery has expanded beyond its original location, opening additional stores in several states while continuing to sell its signature cakes, pastries, cookies, and desserts. Buddy himself has remained determined to grow his brand despite facing numerous personal and professional challenges. In 2020, he suffered a devastating hand injury after becoming trapped in a bowling pin setter machine at his home. The accident required multiple surgeries and months of rehabilitation. Since decorating cakes depends heavily on precision and hand control, many fans feared that Buddy's baking career might be over. Fortunately, through determination, physical therapy, and countless hours of recovery, Buddy gradually regained much of the use of his hand and eventually returned to baking and television. Today, Buddy continues expanding his business through restaurants, bakeries, television appearances, cookbooks, live events, and social media. His passion for baking remains as strong as ever, even after decades in the industry. While Cake Boss may no longer be airing, its impact on reality television and the baking world continues to be felt. The show inspired countless aspiring bakers, introduced millions of viewers to the artistry behind cake decorating, and transformed a small family bakery into an internationally recognized brand. Although the combination of declining ratings, controversies, changing audience tastes, legal issues, and increased competition ultimately brought Cake Boss to an end, its legacy remains firmly intact.